Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the ADM League, ADMW League, AD League,
Woo!
whatever you want to call it thing.
The
Sharkbait's
Arcane
here with
Duels
me.
League. It's the Arcane Duels League.
What's up,
Hello.
Shark? This is a game that you played,
This is a game that I played.
and Keejchen
It was a really intense game, actually.
played. It was really long, too. So we're
well,
going to do this.
considering I've played some 4.5-hour games, it wasn't that long.
Well, I'm still doing this on quintuple speed. And
Yeah, we need to go fast.
we're not going to play-by-play it, really. You guys can slow
Yeah,
the
we're going to
video
talk general
down.
strategy and what we can learn from it and stuff like that. So
We'll make sure that you can see everything like this. And do we need to see your book, Shark?
if only if you want to.
Alright.
I will talk about some things I put into the book specifically to tech against the wizard, but we don't need to see them to know about them.
Okay.
I'm also going to make a point. So pause it real quick.
It's pause.
Look at my card count versus his card count. I found that to be really interesting.
You
Actually,
have
when I noticed something
70
wrong.
and he has 59.
Yep. There's a 10 card difference here, and when I built this originally, I thought I had been packing way more out of school stuff than I apparently did. Because
Yeah,
I packed
70 is a lot of in school.
Yeah. Well, what I did originally, the idea is I was pretty sure
That
that.
got me curious.
Oh yeah, you can look at it all you want. So, when I decided to play the warlock, what became blatantly obvious is that I'm going to see elemental cloak, dragon scale hellberg, and probably a rain cloud.
Yeah.
And so, the way you build the book in that case is to build either around them or through them. And what I mean by that is, like you pointed out a second ago, the two telekinetic bolts there are for the rain clouds. Those are specifically anti-rain cloud tech because I run Hawkeye and Akira's favor on, and most of the time it's a pretty good chance of killing the rain cloud. And then
Where the heck
with
is
the way the drum like, the way the drum like warlock works specifically is that it's not that hard to burn through flame -4. Interestingly enough, so I had planned to burn through flame -4 while taking out the rain clouds when I could.
Wow. That's what rain cloud gives another flame -2.
Right. So I'd planned to knock out the rain clouds and then probably not be able to take out all of the flame minus stuff.
Okay.
In hindsight,
I
could
see you
also
have 4 dissolves.
I do, and I have uses for those as well. We'll get to that in a second. I could also have, if I had played it smart, eliminated, probably if I thought about it, the dragon scale halbergs, because the elemental cloak is in school, so he's probably going to bring some of those, or more of those than the halbergs.
Right. And
So
they
I
only
should
give
always
1
have targeted
armor,
those
whereas
first.
the halbergs give 2 armor.
Right, so I should always have targeted those first, and you'll see a play later on where I'll explain what I did, but there's a play later on where I tried to draw out a particular spell that I put a curse item on a cloak instead of the halberd. I should put it on the halberd. And ultimately, the strategy, the game plan was pretty good. I ran out of gas by the end, and I think I've found ways around that for future games, but it's something to learn from going forward.
All right, should we get this party started?
Yeah, hit the play button, please.
Let's go. All right, Keejchen in the upper left playing the wizard. Sharkbait in the lower right playing the Dramelic Warlock. We are going at quintuple speed, and we see gate.
Yeah.
Right out the gate, we see a gate, because gate. And the ubiquitous mana shard.
Yep.
We see a double flower here. It's a Sharkbait way. Now, why do you spread them out, Shark?
I spread them out because he can choose to go after one and not have an easy target the next time.
Okay.
And this way here, I had been planning for future where I'm going to drop a ward stone in the corner where I started.
Okay.
And that way there, I don't have a mana flower clogging that up.
I wondered if it had something to do with leaving space in the corner. All right,
Yeah,
Jade
exactly that.
Gremlin coming out here. Nice.
Oh, that Jade!
sheep.
By the way, that Jade Gremlin's name is John, and we have a picture of him that everyone needs to harass Keejchen about making his avatar.
Yeah. Yeah, and you'll see why we have a picture of him later on.
Yeah, he's
All
MVP of
right,
the match.
we are seeing some really classic wizard play here. Gate and Battleforge. And you've chosen to bring Cercerix and Battleforge.
Yep, Cercerix and Battleforge, and at this point, you'll notice that the channeling is not. I'm not super outclassed. Yeah, I have a little bit of a disadvantage, but I have enough things to make up for it a little bit. Part of the reason for this particular economy play is I was pretty much counting on Keejchen to do what he did, which is the super economy and get some creatures out. So I was trying to do a way that make it so that I wouldn't fall too far behind with this.
Yep. talking about the mana shard here.
Yep.
And let's see, you have a Ring of Curses and a Mage Bane, in case you get close enough.
I do. I wasn't sure if I was going to.
Yeah, I would not guess the wizard is going to move very much here.
He probably doesn't. I think it was more of an in-case kind of preparation there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't want to have a familiar do nothing, right?
Yeah.
Jade Gremlin on the attack.
Yep. Jade Gremlin coming in.
Double. Oh, there you go. He did. And that's
actually, yeah, he did.
Nullify.
That's right. Yep, and that's the other part too. Is I have a lot of Mage Banes in there.
Yeah, I think I saw 3. Maybe,
I had 3 Mage
4.
Banes, and I was pretty sure he was going to run 4 Nullifies, so I wanted to see how many get away. That's the other reason I cast actually probably into a Nullify, because he had 2 face-down enchantments, and I was pretty certain one of them.
Yeah, Hawkeye Nullify, probably,
yeah.
right?
So, and it turns out that it was correct, but that was the thought process behind.
Actually, the first one he put on was Akira's favorite, apparently.
Yep.
And then he put Hawkeye on.
Honestly, that's probably a good call too, because Akira's favorite is freaking amazing, and it does a lot of work in this game too. And I didn't have a chance to dispel it. Honestly, I just as good as it is, it wasn't the highest priority. The other part that I felt safe about moving Cercerix in there for is I have initiative next turn or this turn.
Yeah.
So I have the ability to both Arcane Ward him, which I do, and then I can also move him back to my spot and have him get more use out of him for later on.
Okay, Cloak of Shadows coming out here.
Yes, early cloak is also part of the original game plan. I want him to come to me. I don't want him to get any free shots from far away. Effectively.
Makes sense.
And it's going to be one of the best defenses against like pillars. Good defense against a lot of different things.
Yeah, Cloak of Shadows is pretty good. And Wardstone. All right. So you spread them out also because you have a Forge and a Wardstone that you're dealing with here. All right, that guy moves 2. Still moving. No, he's only moving 1 after the Chains of Agony are revealed. Yeah, yeah.
Cool. I lagged out for a second there, sorry.
Don't lag out. That's bad.
I know, it's bad.
All right, he's going to Arcane Zap your Battleforge and get no damage twice.
Yep. So I got lucky on those rolls. That's for uTorrent is a joke because we're pretty sure we had trouble getting the game started because he was uTorrenting. So those rolls were definitely helping me out, especially early on. The game plan from here, now that he's starting to get into the phases, to start shooting down the gremlins as they show up. I have Chains of Agony on them. And I plan to also hit them with cheap spells. I have 6 Flame Blasts in here because I knew I'd run into gremlins. So,
I mean, it seems reasonable when you're running against a wizard.
Yeah, and so I brought 6 Flame Blasts, and part of the reason is to abuse the fact that you can make the dice go higher than 5 for 5 mana. The same for Fire Stream can be said, but that one's even easier because it's 4 mana.
So I'm guessing you got a Ring of Flame on here. Yep, Fire Shaper Ring. And you got your Hawkeye on. Alright, and that's going to make each Flame Blast be worth 7 dice. There he goes. He gets 3 damage. Oh, 5 damage on that Forge there. You're revealing the Chains of Agony there.
Yep.
He's really trying to take that Forge out.
He is, and it ends up being a good play. I wouldn't say that I was counting on it, but it was a nice feature to have, and it helped keep the game more even.
Ah, and you got a Flame Blast on the Imp. That's nice.
Yep. I had him do that, and I didn't roll as high as I wanted to. I wanted 1 more damage. I couldn't complain too much, though, because I did 5 damage was the average plus a burn. I'm like, oh, the burn will get him, right? Foreshadowing.
No, the burn doesn't get him, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, foreshadowing. Then he comes in there and busts down my Battleforge, so... at this point, I figure I need to put some armor on because I'm now surrounded by creatures and a wizard. I'm also pretty certain at this point I'm going to lose Cercerix. It's a matter of how much usefulness I can get out of him.
Right. Well, he's not going to die to an Arcane Zap, so you can probably get something off this turn, right?
Right. So yeah, there's the burn that went away as well. But no, he's probably not going to die. He may not even die this entire turn. But he's in a position that it's going to be, I'm going to spend either a lot of mana recovering him or I'm going to get use out of him on his way out. So...
Right.
I chose to do the latter there and get used to him on his way out.
Alright, you're going to curse this guy too? And Keejchen is just kind of taking it in stride. I noticed he didn't cast a gremlin last turn.
Yeah. He's actually running way closer on mana than I am. I've had more mana being.
Hey, there's another 6 damage with 1 burn.
Yeah, I know. And there's the rain cloud that I knew would eventually show up, which isn't particularly hard to predict. And here's the curse item that I should have done the Halberg on, because I found out later that he didn't have that many Halbergs. I think he only had 2.
Seems
he may have had
reasonable,
3.
right?
And looking back on it, it makes sense, because the Halberg's the one that's not in school of the 2.
Right.
He also zaps Cercerix for a bunch of damage there.
Yeah, he sure did. Nice. You're going to guard Cercerix, huh? Well, I guess you only had 5 mana left.
Yeah, I didn't have much there. And I don't remember what card I prepared. You can check it if you want.
Dissolve.
Oh, yeah, that was just... Yeah, that turned out to be probably not a good preparation there.
Yeah, you
so I
didn't have
decided
mana
to
for
go guard.
that.
Yeah. Well, it was not enough mana, and it was... I think I prepared it just on the off chance something went drastically wrong with Cercerix.
And he opted to lose the cloak, which is the best thing to do when you're cursed. When you have a cursed item, just get rid of it. That's what I say anyway. Unless you're planning to dissolve that or dispel that turn.
So that brings up the point. The reason I cast curse item was I was hoping to draw out a dispel wand, a mage wand with dispel on it, because he's in range of his forge. I wanted him to cast that dispel wand so I could steal it from him. He didn't end up doing that, I don't think, for a while. It didn't happen right away because he dropped the thing, so I decided to go with the cheap ability to attack.
Alright, and did he pay mana to get rid of burns, or did the burns just fall off?
The burns, I think that one he paid mana on. The first one fell off.
Okay. And all of these creatures are regenerating. Wow. That rain cloud. I would have wanted you to take that out this turn.
So here's the thing. I generally agree. At this point I have decided it's going to take him a while to offset the Chains of Agonies I have on all of his. So what I can do is go take out the gate, or I can go kill the gremlins. And I chose to go for the gate, thinking I would be able to cycle back to the rain cloud. Ultimately, I was technically correct on that. I think it was probably not the best play. One of the things I ended up having to do with this book in preparation for the wizard was actually dropping my Ring of Fire. I didn't have Ring of Fire, and I didn't have Firestorm like I usually do, which I have corrected that mistake. However, at the time, I didn't have it to work with. And so the Chains of Agony here is going to keep the gremlins within 1 point of dying. All of them within 1 point of dying. A Force Wave, Ring of Fire, any zone attack of some kind like that would have been amazing.
Oh man, Force Wave would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been really smart to have in there, and I have made, like I said, adjustments to that in the future. But overall, like the strategy and the game plan, I don't think ended up being a problem for the most part. It was at least a good first iteration of it.
Right.
At this point, I'm trying to go as cheaply as I can to knock down the gate. And I put 5 damage on it, and eventually the burn will do 2 damage to it, and then I'll knock it down next turn. And I did it for really cheap. I want to keep emphasizing that because I'm winning that economy play from that. And that's the reason I chose to go away from the gremlins. And it paid off, I think, in the long run. I just didn't follow up after that as well. I used too much gas getting myself out of the situation I'm in right now.
Just didn't bring enough attack spells, huh?
That or I didn't bring enough wands, honestly.
Wands. You don't think he was ready for that, man?
Even if he was, if I had enough wands, it wouldn't have mattered. 2 more wands and the wand game completely changes in this particular match, because I was prepared for his as well.
Ah, yes. Steel equipment. It's pretty good stuff.
And I had a lot. That's what those 4 dissolves were for. I had 4 dissolves, an explode, and a steel equipment, all for wands and halbergs, effectively.
Another rain cloud. So what are you thinking now that there's 2 rain clouds?
I need to take them out. I wasn't expecting the second one at the same time as the first one, so I should probably have done that. Expected that. I didn't do a good job on that one. What I do think is I definitely need to go take care of them. And did I have to recast the mask? I think so. I wasn't watching. Either way, I get a lucky. I did. I thought I cast it last turn. Either way, I cast the mask, and I get 6 dice still through the rain cloud, and I have a second burn on the gate. So I have a pretty good chance of the gate dying.
And you only get healing from Smoldering Curses if you attach, or no,
a living
the
creature.
demonic reward if you attack a living creature. Okay.
Yes. Another point I want to make, though, is I moved into the rain cloud zone for a very specific reason.
Regenerate?
I get regenerate, exactly.
Yep.
So, I was able to burn down the gate. I'm in a bad position from a, oh my god, I'm surrounded by creature standpoint, but I got to heal 1.
I do like the point there.
There's a bit of a mixed bag.
The point there that you killed
killed
the wizard's gate with fire in the rain.
In the rain.
It's pretty good. And you killed it for less mana than it was worth, right?
No, I think it's probably about even because I spent a fireball and a fire stream on it.
So that's 12.
And if you want to include
14.
the Hawkeye and Akiro...
Well,
so,
those are... Yeah, I guess those are...
Yeah, I know. It's kind of close. I'd say it roughly evens out.
Now I'm expecting you to put on a Vorpal sword and go attack the Battleforge with a melee hit.
I mean, that would be cool if I had a Vorpal sword for any reason.
Man, come on.
I think Cerberus gets smoked right here. Oh no, it's the next shot. Never mind. He doesn't die yet. Unless he re-rolled it. Oh yeah, so he does re-roll it, and he does get smoked. Okay, yeah, so the Akiro's favor is coming in handy, like I said earlier. It's a really good spell.
Alright. Taking 1. He's decided he's healthy enough to move out. And he's going to move the rain cloud. I really like this rain cloud play by Keejchen. He's doing a great job with that rain cloud. It has done so much work this game.
It has, and I had to prioritize. I prioritized the gate over taking out the cloud right away, which, I mean, you can argue that it was detrimental, but I knocked it down pretty quick.
Just annihilated that rain cloud.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of like the anti-rain cloud tech I had worked just fine.
Yeah, didn't you used to run lightning bolt for that?
Yeah, I like telekinetic bolt a lot better.
Yeah, it seems pretty good.
I actually had dropped lightning bolt for a long time just to burn through it. I mean, it was rare. I'll make a point. It was rare to see people run multiple rain clouds because they didn't have the pre-knowledge of it being a warlock.
Right.
It makes it a little different now that you have to plan for the fact that they know you're a warlock.
Right.
And especially this warlock, which is guaranteed to throw fire.
Right.
So, yeah, so this is where I'm like, you know what, that guy gonna die, and I think I throw 2 fire streams at him.
Oh, man.
And so even with the stagger, I throw 6 dice at him. I follow that up with another one that does 8 dice, and it's fried. I'm feeling okay about where I am. I don't think I'm in too bad a position just yet. I have lost their Cerix, it sucks.
Well,
I have some seriously damaged gremlins. I've just healed from hitting him. Like, it's not out of reach yet. I think I run out of gas a little bit before I can swing it back my way.
Mage Wand. And there's the Dispel Wand.
Yeah, it came out eventually.
He's going to move the rain cloud away from your telekinetic bolt, huh?
Yep. So, after seeing that, I know he's going to dispel one of the Chains of Agonies and come after me. So, I have time to, I think, move up is what I do. I think I move up in Flame Blast and Flame Blast. I try to take out both the gremlins.
Huh. Alright.
And the reason for that is because I don't want the ones who he's going to dispel Chains of Agony from. I have some time to move. So I don't want those to be able to hit me. I
would,
think he's going to try to...
seriously consider a regrowth at this point, my man. You got 12 damage on you.
I'm right there with you. I understand, and I'm racking up the damage faster than I want to, but if I do a regrowth now, I still lose the overall... Like, he's going to dispel it.
Yeah.
Especially when he's holding a dispel wand. So until I can acquire that wand from him.
Double flame blast, though. Let's see, you're rolling 7 dice. With a Kira's favor. That's pretty good.
I'm rolling 6, I believe, because they're not cursed.
Oh wow, it rolls 4 normally, that's right.
Yeah. So he double moves to get rid of the wand, which I was prepared to lose. And that's why I move away right there.
Alright, 2 gremlins dead.
Yeah, I got a lucky roll. So the reason I hit the undamaged one first is I was hoping to burn it so I could heal off of it. I ended up killing it, which worked out, but oops.
It's just your fire's too strong.
Right?
So, in this situation, he would probably have the same equipment on at this point, but he would be very close to not having a hauberk anymore if you had played the curse in the right place.
Yep, he would have had one less hauberk, and ultimately that would have been one of 2 that would have gone down. He has only 2 in there, I think, if I remember right from the end of the game. So, while this exact moment, I'm at 12 damage, and I will say only because I could be a lot worse right now with I had to go over there, take care of a gate, take care of 2 gremlins. It's not over yet. Something I was hoping to do that I didn't do very well, it was take care of the forge. It just, by this point, it was the next priority for me, I think, was the rain cloud.
Yeah, rain cloud's pretty good.
And he cast... I don't think he ever used that elemental one. He may have, I don't remember, but...
Lightning Jolt.
Yeah, I don't think he ever used it. Maybe he does later on.
He had a nullify on. There you go. Double wand wizard.
Yeah.
More armor.
Yep.
More armor's good.
It seems like a good place to go.
But you see, if you had done regrowth there...
Yeah, regrowth would have been helpful. The reason I didn't, again, is because of the... I was out of Arcane Wards because I used it on Sir Sirix early. Yeah. And he's got a Dispel Wand. He's literally holding a wand with Dispel on it.
Yeah, I understand that. Steel equipment is only range 1 also, so that doesn't work if he put a nullify on himself. And he did.
So what doesn't work?
He put a nullify on himself.
Oh, yeah. I was pretty sure he did.
So what? You've killed 3 gremlins?
I've killed
2 gremlins.
2 gremlins, Steve and Greg.
Steve and Greg, huh?
The last one's name is Bob, and John is the Jade Gremlin. We had a conversation about it.
Wow. You got some strange things going on here.
I'm going to blame Keejchen. So, the reason I prepared Steel is because I'm thinking it's only going to work if he moves closer to me.
You haven't prepared Steel.
Oh, no, I didn't on this one. Sorry. I guess I do that later on.
Slayer.
I needed another creature out, and the Mark for Death, I think, is there to pop the Nullify.
Yeah. Definitely popping those nullifies. Alright, he decides to move that after the fact there?
Yeah.
It's so funny, the people that choose to put things where they actually are on a body.
I saw someone do that once, that's why I did it. I kind of like it. Yeah, so he deploys some gloves of skill. I don't think those come in handy any more than his Akiro is already doing for him. It's just a win more card here.
2 crit from the Jade Gremlin.
Damn, John comes in and punches me for 2 more crits. I've got a guard, so that gremlin that he can run at me is not going to run at me. Oh yeah, I do the elemental wand.
Here's the bolt there.
Yep, the telebolt.
Annihilating the next rain cloud.
And I think at this point I was expecting. Yeah, there we go. The other reason I wanted to cast that wand is so he would move in and take it. I needed him to be in range 1. Now, this is where I say I wanted more elemental wands because I ran out of gas later on.
Okay.
So.
Alright, so what happens? I think I actually saw most of that interchange, and now I have to get up and leave or something.
Oh, nice.
In the original game. You still got a mana flower. It's good.
Yep.
You've lost all the rest of your conjurations, though. Kiro's favor's gone. Man. He killed the other gremlin. He didn't want to guard. He didn't want to intercept.
I don't think so. Yeah, this zap is starting to hurt me because he's not only is he rolling really well for that one, but he has a Kiro to make it re-roll. So even if he didn't roll really, really well, he can keep doing it. So. Here's where I was going to make up some of the wand game where I have a mage wand now. I can both dispel his stuff. I can switch out eventually for a dissolve, which I think I end up doing. John the Gremlin pops my guard, and he only costs Keejchen a mana, so it's not that bad.
And he's going to stay here and guard, keep his wizard healthy. Steal equipment. So fun. So fun, so fun.
I love that card. It gets around Champions Gauntlets. It catches people off guard. It's just fun.
You need some heals, my friend.
I am aware.
You're gonna
unfortunately
drain life that Jade Gremlin?
What gave that away? That it has 5 life and it's a pain in the ass? Yeah, I do. So here's why John makes his money up. It's prepared already.
Okay.
Here's where John makes his money up. You'll see. Oh, never mind. I'm looking up a rule. I drain life on, and the ultimate reason I drain life on the gremlin without changing the spell is because I figure at that point it'll make him dispel it, and I didn't have the mana to do it. So, or dissolve it. Excuse me. I didn't have the mana to use it twice.
Right. Well, you don't have a mana to change the spell and use it. Anyway.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I didn't have the mana to both use it this turn and do it, and cast it twice in a row.
Wow. Only 4.
Yeah. Only 4. The gremlin lives. This is what I'm talking about. John the Gremlin has this little deal with the glasses on now. And then he rolls max damage like he's an angry gremlin. Hilarious. That's frustrating. It's alright though. So my next best way is to start mitigating as much damage as I can. I throw on armor.
Yep.
And I still think I've got a chance at this point, though it is a lot smaller of a chance than it was previously. I basically am using the Dark Pact Slayer as a shield. I'm not getting any offensive help from him.
Right.
And then Zap is just doing work. Keejchen's playing that, like, he's pressing his advantage really, really well.
Yeah, that's some serious Zap damage.
Yeah, and the rerolls are really nice. Like, that's what I mean. Like, that Akiro, looking back on it, I probably should have gotten rid of it ASAP. I needed armor, and I needed to get out of that bad situation. So when you're limited on actions like that, it's tough to keep that one as the top 2 priority there.
Yeah.
So yeah, Keejchen played this really, really well. It was a really fun match. It was a great chess match, I think. And I've learned enough from this match alone that I don't confidence is not the right word, but I feel better about going into the future against a similar kind of opponent.
Sure.
I've learned from this one I could probably make some better plays than I did in the moment.
Man,
but
Keejchen
I think
has
ultimately
6 armor on right now.
Yeah, that's another thing, is I know that I'm not going to be able to do much about it right now. I can't. If I start dealing with his armor, I lose. I don't have a way to threaten him and take off all the armor out right away anyway. I need to chip his creatures out and then start chipping him with burns, I think. But I could be wrong. If anybody has a better idea, let me know.
I'm sorry, what?
A better idea on how to deal with that than I do. It's one of those, like, I think I need to kill the creatures first and then potentially deal with the wizard and his armor. There's a Curious Dispel. I know I'll get it eventually.
Yeah, the problem is he's got that built-in zap, and he can just keep using it forever. He's got 24 mana right now. Gorgon Archer. Hey, did he just zap twice?
I don't think so.
What did he do with his main action?
I think he punched me. Or he punched something. No, Gorgon Archer.
Oh, that's right. All right, never mind. Oh, not paying attention.
It's okay. It's at this point, it's kind of a, you can see where this is going. It's a spiral downhill, and there's not a lot I can do to recover. Another thing
you need your
right
Ring
here.
of Fire right now.
I say this is the second time where Ring of Fire would have been beautiful. There's your regrowth, by the way.
Yep, there's your regrowth. You teleport away. Then you get shot. Okay,
yeah,
fine. You
the Arcane Zap did some serious work.
Just leaving him there as a...
I needed to. Because as much as it sucks, I needed to keep that regrowth on me for as long as I could.
Yep.
And he's there. He chopped into some damage. He did a lot more than I expected him to. He's surrounded by enemies though, so he's the sacrificial. I need to get the heck out of here.
Oh, he
you
does
guys are all
use the
now
lightning
injured.
jolt.
Oh yeah. Okay, so he does use once. Yeah.
Poor Darkpack Slayer.
Yeah. So I believe I fixed my internet issue, which caused all my disconnects. So that's at least a positive. I notice I'm disconnecting like every 4th or 5th turn here. I fixed it, I think, the other day.
You got more stuff to put on that Battleforge, huh?
Yep.
Man. You got a regrowth belt?
That's not me, that's him. I think I should
add insult to injury.
I believe that's what he puts on, actually. Because he does put one on eventually. By the time we're done with this game, look how much, like, I'm at 30 cards. I think he's close to 25 at this point. By the time we're done, we're both below 15.
Wow.
It was a nuts match. But yeah, like I was saying earlier, I think the strategy overall is workable. It's just, I think I need to work on how to play it out a little bit.
Interesting to see how many more dissolves he has.
I believe he actually runs really low on them eventually. Because I don't think he has any more dissolves, he has crumbles left. At this point, but I could be wrong at where we are in the game. Eventually he only has 1 crumble and 1 mage wand left. So.
Yeah, teleporting with a jelly.
Yep.
And then you dissolve his hauberk.
Yep. This is where I got smart on the target selection for that one. I should have realized it previously. I know he has another halberd, but I should have realized that those are 2 points to the 1 on the elemental cloak. The target choice there is really simple if you do that math.
Yeah. Well, he's starting to heal a little bit. But he's got, I don't know how many more creatures he has, but seriously, man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough to... Yeah, so I got Nettle's Wand there. I don't remember what that is.
Agony, probably. Yeah, Agony.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right. Because that Agony saves my flower. But even then, I'm still falling behind in the board state. I don't have any way. I'm not doing anything to really gain it back. And unfortunately, I'm not sure I have much left in the book to do that. Right. I have one more trick up my sleeve. But that trick is super vulnerable to being dissolved. So I'm not sure when I wanted to start that yet. And I don't know if you can see how many attack spells do I have left at this point. I can't have many.
3.
Yeah, I have 3. This is what I was saying about wands earlier. If I could have gotten more use early on with the wanding of Flame Blast, even if it ended up getting dissolved, I think that's the trick I was talking about. So I need to make more dead things so I can make them living dead things.
So you can use them to beat things.
Yeah, exactly. The only way I was going to win this game at this point, I think, or my thoughts were, so there's the crumble. Yeah, I think he only has crumbles left. The only way I was going to win this game at this point is if I could turn it into a creature chess match and I can bring them back indefinitely. I had to draw out some dissolves to do that, and I had to make sure he didn't have a mage wand left. I also had to make sure there were dead things to do that with. So it's a tough balancing act that I'm falling behind each turn. So.
Whiffs with the... He doesn't want to shoot you with the Gorgon?
He can't.
Oh, Cloak of Shadows.
That cloak has been doing work. We haven't really pointed it out yet, but I have been able to manipulate at least the range of stuff the entire game because of that.
Yeah.
Cloak is amazing.
It is. I remember being very annoyed by it and very happy with it when I can run it.
Yeah. It is an amazing card. There's a conversation earlier in the Discord about letting a quote broken card like Blur in, and honestly, I would never run Blur over the cloak.
Well, but only 3 mages can run the cloak.
I know, but my point was that someone was trying to say that the Blur is a problem, and I don't think Blur is a problem. I think the cloak is even with the existence of Blur, I'd run the cloak as a warlock.
Oh man, that sucks.
Which, the Jade Gremlin?
Force push doing nothing.
Yeah, I remember that. He survived another thing. Eventually, I fireweave at least 2 or 3 burns on him. He does not die. That John is now my frenemy. I hate, but I love that guy.
Wow. And there's Gremlin number 4.
Yep.
Yeah, I really think that this is the best choice. Honestly, for Keejchen right now, is to just keep casting creatures because
it absolutely is.
Creatures are going to continue to overwhelm you right now.
And I'm running out of gas. You can tell. You can just tell I don't have much left.
Yeah.
Just by looking at the number of cards. So yes, overwhelm with creatures is absolutely the right play. I think this is the play where I finally decide, forget, I'm going to start raising things from the dead. Because I need to. I'm going to eat a bow there, but
Gargoyle number 2. All right.
Yeah, not a lot of commentary on this part. It's just kind of watching it happen.
Yeah.
So I brought back the gargoyle. I needed to bring back another thing, but that teleport scared me, so I'm like, I'm going to swap out the spell and save it for possibly getting one more out of it.
Does he end up crumbling you?
I think so. He crumbles the mage wand, so, and I knew that was coming. I was actually afraid of the dissolve because he has initiative. No, I have initiative, sorry. So that's why I swap it out. And I hated doing that too. I'm like, I should just keep it and go for it, but I didn't.
Yeah, wow. Now you're weak. Not that that matters too much to you. Do 1 die of damage anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, my only way out of this at this point is running real thin. So, especially with all of the other creatures on the board, I have no way to deal with the Jade Gremlin. I really didn't know what I was going to do. I guess I could have Flame Blasted him, but that is stupid overkill.
Right.
When I only have 2 of those spells left, so.
Yeah, I see that here.
And at this point, there's 8 dice going into that gargoyle before I can do much because he's gonna get zapped.
And he's slow because of zombie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey,
and I
he's
knew moving him up, he wasn't
bloodthirsty.
Yep. But he couldn't.
He should have attacked the gremlin.
You're right. He should have. Oops. I don't think it matters.
I mean, in this case, no, it doesn't. But still.
Yeah. In future reference, yes, that was a mistake that neither of us caught. I think we were pretty tired by this point.
Well, it has been quite a long time, this game. Well, it lasts almost 3 hours, right? Volteric Shield. He knows you.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, there's the regrowth belts coming out this turn. Oh, what a insult to injury, man.
Oh, no. It's just he probably should have cast that as a good play. It's not so much insult, it's just, that's a good play.
I'm not saying he shouldn't have done it.
Yeah. And there's the Flame Blast that I ended up using. I was like, 7 dice, he's gonna die, and nope.
Man.
5 blanks on that one.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah, and at least I burned him, and I burned and fire weaved it over to the gremlin. I'm like, oh, the gremlin will die, it's fine.
Nope.
Right, yeah. No, John survives. Yeah, so anybody, like I said, anybody who ends up watching this, harass Keejchen to make his avatar John the Jade Gremlin, and he'll know what we're talking about.
Wand.
Yeah, and there's the crumble one. That's how I know he only has one left, I think, because by the time he's wanding crumble, I was pretty sure he was done.
Yeah.
But there's no point in me dissolving that wand right now because I don't have it. It's not going to help me anything.
Right.
So
you. We'll see what everybody has left at the end there. He still had a couple minor heals. Oh, he had 2 steel enchantments in here? Cheeky.
Yeah, he had 2. He had 2? Yeah, he had 2. Because they're in school for him.
Yeah, I understand that. Just...
Yeah. Hilarious, and I love it.
Cheeky Keejchen.
Yep. Keejchen played this really well. It was fun to play against him. His wizard's tough, man.
Yep, wizards in general.
Yeah. So if I had to redo it, since we're doing the analysis stuff tonight, if I had to redo it, I would add wands, so I have more gas for the end here. I would have probably stuck with the gremlin targets instead of trying to let the enchantments handle them. And I would have I guess I would have committed to taking down the gate later on.
I mean, if you had just killed the rain cloud, right? The gremlins would have killed themselves or just done nothing the whole game, right?
Yep, you're right. That's true. And that's kind of under the umbrella of taking care of the gremlins in my book. Because I think that would have taken care of them. The mistake I made was not ignoring, but going away from them to kill the gate and then try to come back to them. I should probably have stuck with it.
Oh, did you attack the Tanglevine and then weave it to the gremlin?
Yeah.
Okay.
That or I attacked somebody else and weaved it. I don't really remember. Oh, no. Actually, what I did was the Torment.
Ah, okay. That's you can do that as a spell. No, it's just at the end of the action. Okay.
Yeah.
So what did you do with your main action?
I don't remember. I probably did attack the Tanglevine. At this point, my actions are kind of just, I'm doing them so that I can do them. I'm not sure I'm coming back from them. Especially when I'm at 32. And that damn gremlin didn't burn to death again.
Wow. Just inflammable. Such as asbestos jade gremlin.
Yeah, that... I'm not even sure. The jade gremlin's made out of... What are the mana crystals made out of?
I don't know. Mana crystals?
They're flameproof, right?
Yeah. It's not that he's flameproof. Because he got a burn on him.
That is true. It's just burn damage proof.
And that gremlin's still dodging away. Here's the arcane zap for the win, right? Oh my gosh, that zap.
Yep.
That zap. I know. I'm doing 7 damage.
Yeah, he did a lot of damage to me. And if you want to pause it, you can look at his book of what he's got left. It's just... We both ran ourselves out of gas, and he had more gas to go to the end than I did.
Yeah, he had another wand.
Yep. Oh, the wand crumbled because he pulled the wand back.
Oh, that's right.
I had plenty of dissolves to deal with it. I knew that. And if you look how many Halbergs he has left, I had enough to deal with that one as well, because I could have blown it up, I think. I have a dissolve, I think, prepared right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was out of Halbergs.
Yeah, exactly. So if I had done it, So looking back on it, I can learn from that. He doesn't have that many attack spells left. He does have a pillar, but the cloak was pretty much preventing that. He played it really well. He played all of his... He used all of his cards very efficiently, and I think going forward, that's something I need to do better with this book in order to compete. Because I didn't use a lot of the spells efficiently because I ran out of them. I ran out of answers. And I knew going into I was going to be behind in the creature game. I just needed to be able to burn them down. I didn't quite get there.
Right.
But I think it's possible to have gotten there in another match iterating on it.
Point of note here, Keejchen ended the game with 0 damage on him.
That is true.
Now, I understand that he wasn't your primary target there.
Yeah.
That you were trying to get rid of all the creatures. But I wonder if it would have gone differently. If you'd taken out... just take out the forge. And start, and start throwing fire at him.
That was the other part of it. The forge did help him a lot. And I've gone back and thought about ways I could have attacked the forge. And if I'd been smarter with the telekinetic bolt wands, I could have done it. But that was my only option in the book in that iteration. I have made adjustments. Won't necessarily give them all away. I have made a few adjustments to take care of forges like that for the future too. But yeah, you're right. The forge would have been a good target early on too.
And I think it really helped him that he took your forge out.
Yeah, it did. I will say it helped. I don't think... It helped build the advantage because it was a small advantage, but it wasn't a huge advantage. For what
the small advantage there meant that
the small advantages all added up after the end.
I think that ended up in your decision to go take out the gate instead of just dealing with the...
Yeah, that's true too.
The rain cloud. So... Yeah. And there are a couple of dice rolls that didn't go your way there.
Yeah, but the dice didn't decide this one, I don't think.
I mean, having to use some of your attack spells on hitting those gremlins again that were at 6 damage,
Yeah. That drain life would have been nice, but stupid gremlin.
Yeah. That's why people prefer Drain Soul, I think. But it's more expensive.
Yeah, it's more expensive, and it's guaranteed, but it would have also only done 6 to it, so... Oh, yeah, I'm thinking... Yeah, blue. Yep, Jade Gremlin would have killed it.
Would have killed the Jade Gremlin.
Yeah.
And would have gained you 6 max health. It's pretty good. But... That was a game.
Yeah. It was a game. It was fun.
27 turns later.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it was a bit nuts. I think it's possible to have won that despite being a lower channeling mage, and there is a lot of data piling up that the 10 channeling mages are significantly stronger, and I would tend to say that the data does support that right now. But I don't think I couldn't have played myself out of this, I guess. I wouldn't say it was unwinnable from the beginning. I think the game plan that I went in with actually worked out better than I thought it would.
I mean, over the course of the game, he got 27 more mana than you did, just by the virtue of the fact of having 10 channeling.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Which is rather significant. Now,
it is.
If the game only lasts 8 turns, you could argue that 8 mana is not that big of a deal.
Yep. I think you're right. The data overall will show that, but I don't think I lost this because I played a 9. That's all.
Well,
I lost this because Keejchen outplayed me.
Just saying, well, yeah, obviously Keejchen did an excellent job this game, and he was prepared. He brought the things he needed to bring, and he had enough creatures to just win. And I think that's also some data that's piling up.
Yep.
In my book, like either you are killing the creatures as fast as they come out, or you get overwhelmed by creatures.
Yeah, at some point there's just a critical mass tipping point that's really tough to come back from. I won't say it never happens because I've seen it on rare occasions, but usually it requires a couple misplays by the other guy for it to happen.
Yeah, and that's why I generally tend to prefer creature-heavy books myself.
There's merits to both. They're both fun.
I'm not saying they can't have fun doing things that are theoretically suboptimal, but yeah. Anyway. Well played, Keejchen.
So,
better luck next time,
Keejchen.
Shark.
Your avatar must change. We need to make it the thumbnail.
Do you have a picture of it that we can just fling in here real quick?
I probably do. Give me a second. I'll send it to you.
And we can end with that.
Here it is. There he is. He's in the Discord.
All right. I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna open the original and just bring this over here.
Yeah, there you go. I wish I had the music to go with it, but
it's okay. Thug life.
Thug life.
Thug life. Thug life. Gremlin.
Yeah.
Bomb bomb. Bomb. All right. That was my horrible attempt at.
It was a good try.
All right. I'll see y'all later.
Yep. Thanks for casting. When in doubt, kill with fire.
You killed a lot of things with fire that time. In the rain.
In the rain. Continue killing things with fire, though. Make sure they stay burning.
Couldn't save you that time.
Yeah.
Bye.